For millions of green card holders, travel is not just a luxury, it's a vital part of life. Whether you're visiting loved ones, exploring new opportunities, or simply taking a much-needed break, the ability to move freely between countries is something many people value deeply. But for green card holders, travel comes with unique responsibilities and risks that are often misunderstood. You might want to visit family members you haven't seen in years, attend a once-in-a-lifetime wedding, or handle urgent business or personal matters in your home country. These moments are important, and being able to travel for them can mean everything. But before you pack your bags, it's crucial to understand how your travel plans could impact your life in the United States. Recently, the United States government has introduced new travel rules specifically for green card holders. These changes are designed to clarify what is expected of you when you leave and re-enter the country. And they can have a big impact on your ability to keep your green card. If you don't follow these new rules carefully, you could face serious consequences. Your green card status could be questioned, delayed, or even revoked. Many travelers are surprised to learn that a simple mistake, like staying outside the US too long or not having the right documents, can put their future in America at risk. There's a common belief that having a green card means you can come and go as you please, but this isn't always the case. The rules are more complicated than many people realize, and not knowing them can lead to unexpected problems at the border. In reality, every trip you take outside the United States can affect your status. Immigration officers have the authority to question your intentions, and if you can't prove that you plan to live in the US permanently, you could be denied re-entry. That's why it's so important to know the limits and rules before you travel. There are specific guidelines about how long you can be away, what documents you need, and what steps you must take to protect your status. Even a small mistake, like missing a deadline or forgetting a required form, can have serious consequences. Some travelers have been denied entry, lost their green cards, or faced long legal battles simply because they didn't know the rules. By learning about the new travel rules, you can avoid these problems. Understanding what's expected of you helps you travel with confidence, knowing you're doing everything right to protect your future. Following the rules can save you from the heartbreak of losing your green card or being stopped at the border. It can also save you time, money, and stress by preventing unexpected delays or complications. This guide is here to help you. We'll walk you through each step, explain the new rules in simple language, and give you practical tips to make your travel experience as smooth as possible. Take your time and read each section carefully. By the end of this guide, you'll have the knowledge you need to protect your green card, avoid common mistakes, and keep your American dream alive, no matter where your travels take you. A green card is proof that you can live and work in the United States. It is also called a permanent resident card. Many people wait years to get this card. Keeping it safe should be your top goal. Green card holders are not the same as United States citizens. You have more rights than visitors, but you must still follow special rules. Traveling outside the United States is one of the main areas with strict rules. If you spend too much time outside the United States, you might lose your green card. The government wants to see that your real home is in America. You must show that you plan to live here permanently. Travel rules help the government decide if you are truly a permanent resident. That is why it's very important to understand and follow them. The United States government has recently updated some important rules for green card holders who travel internationally. These changes are crucial for maintaining your residency status and ensuring a smooth re-entry into the country. Understanding these new regulations can help you avoid any unexpected issues at the border. One significant change involves stricter checks at the border. Officers are now more thorough in their questioning, asking detailed questions about your time spent outside the United States. They are interested in knowing exactly where you spent your time, the reasons for your travel, and the duration of your stay abroad. This is to ensure that your primary residence remains in the US. Another critical rule pertains to the length of your trips. If you stay outside the United States for more than 6 months, border agents may suspect that you have abandoned your residency. This can lead to complications when you try to re-enter the country. If you are away for more than a year, you risk losing your green card unless you have obtained a special permission known as a re-entry permit. This permit allows you to maintain your residency status while being away for an extended period. Customs and Border Protection officers are also paying closer attention to your travel history. They meticulously review your exit and entry dates to ensure consistency with your stated travel plans. If there are discrepancies between your story and their records, you could face significant problems, including delays or even denial of entry. It's essential to remember that these new rules are designed to confirm that you are genuinely living in the United States. To avoid any issues, always be honest with border officials and maintain accurate records of your travel. This includes keeping copies of your travel itineraries, boarding passes, and any other relevant documents. Regularly reviewing your travel history and ensuring it aligns with official records can help prevent misunderstandings. By staying informed and prepared, you can ensure that your travels are smooth and that your residency status remains secure. Traveling as a green card holder can be exciting, but it also comes with important responsibilities. One of the most common mistakes is staying outside the United States for too long. Many people don't realize that even if you have a green card, you can't just leave the country for any length of time without consequences. If you stay away for more than 6 months, you might face extra questions when you return. If you're gone for a year or more without special permission, you could even lose your permanent resident status. Many people think short trips are always safe, but even a trip longer than 6 months can cause trouble. Border officers may suspect you've abandoned your U.S. residence if you're gone too long, and you'll have to prove that you still live in the United States. This can be stressful and confusing, especially if you're not prepared. When you come back, you might face questions about where you've been, why you were gone so long, and what ties you have to the U.S. If you can't answer clearly, or if your answers don't match your travel records, you could be sent to secondary inspection or even denied entry. Another big mistake is not having the right documents ready. Some green card holders travel with expired cards or forget to renew their green card before leaving. Others don't realize they need a re-entry permit for trips longer than a year. If your green card is expired or you don't have a re-entry permit, airlines may not let you board your flight back to the U.S., and border officers may refuse to let you in. Some green card holders travel with expired cards thinking it won't matter, but it can cause major problems. Always check your card's expiration date before you travel, and renew it if it's close to expiring. If you plan to be away for a long time, apply for a re-entry permit before you leave. This document shows you intend to keep your U.S. residence and can help you re-enter the country smoothly. Not having the right paperwork can make it very hard, or even impossible, to return to the United States. You could be denied boarding at the airport or turned away at the border. Some people make the mistake of giving wrong or incomplete answers to border officers, thinking it will help them get through faster. But lying or hiding information can lead to serious consequences, including losing your green card. If officers suspect you're not telling the truth, they can confiscate your green card and start removal proceedings. Honesty is always the best policy. Officers have access to your travel history and can check your entry and exit dates. If your answers don't match their records, you may be denied entry or face further questioning. Always be prepared to explain your travel history and provide supporting documents if needed. If your story doesn't add up, you could be sent to secondary inspection or even refused entry. Not keeping proof that you live in the United States is also risky. If you're questioned, you'll need to show evidence that your main home is in the U.S. Always keep documents like rental agreements, utility bills, bank statements, or job letters to show that your main home is here. These papers can help prove your ties to the U.S. and make your return much easier. By avoiding these common mistakes and staying organized, you can travel with confidence, knowing you're protecting your green card status and your future in the United States. If you break the travel rules, you can face some really serious problems. The worst case is, well, losing your green card. This means you have to leave the United States, and you might not be allowed to come back. Sometimes border officers can even send you to immigration court. You might have to fight to keep your green card, and honestly, this process can be expensive, stressful, and take a really long time. Breaking the rules can also make you ineligible for United States citizenship in the future. For example, if you stay outside the country too long, the time you need to become a citizen might restart. Your family, job, and life in the United States could all be affected. That's why it's so important to know and follow the rules. Before you travel, make a plan. Write down your travel dates and keep your green card with you. If your green card will expire soon, renew it before you leave. If you need to be outside the United States for more than 6 months, apply for a re-entry permit. This paper shows you want to keep your home in America. Without it, you could lose your status after a long trip. Save proof that you live in the United States. When you return, bring documents that show your ties to America. These can include a job letter, bank statements, or a lease agreement. Talk to an immigration lawyer if you are not sure about the rules. It is better to ask questions before you travel than to have problems when you come back. Travel rules can change at any time. Always check the official United States Citizenship and Immigration Services website before your trip. Look for updates about green card travel rules. You can also sign up for email alerts from USCIS or the Department of Homeland Security. These groups send out news about rule changes or important updates. Talk to friends or family who have traveled recently. They may know about new rules or share tips on what to expect at the border. Do not rely on old information. Always check the rules just before you travel so you do not miss any important changes. Maria, a green card holder from Mexico, spent 8 months visiting her sick mother. At the border, officers questioned her for hours. She almost lost her green card because she could not prove her main home was in the United States. Another person, Ahmed, forgot to renew his green card before a vacation. When he tried to return, officers stopped him. He had to wait several weeks and pay extra fees to fix the problem. Sonia took a job overseas for 1 year without a re-entry permit. When she came back, officers accused her of giving up her residency. She ended up in immigration court, fighting to stay in America. These real stories show how small mistakes can cause big problems. Learning from others helps you avoid making the same errors. Traveling as a green card holder is possible, but you must follow the rules. New updates mean you need to be careful every time you leave the United States. Mistakes can put your future in America at risk. Always check for new travel rules before making plans. Keep your documents up to date and save proof that you live in the United States. If you are unsure, ask an expert for help. Share this guide with friends or family who are also green card holders. Help each other stay safe and protect your status. Remember, staying informed is the best way to protect your future in the United States. Check for updates often and travel with care.